Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. So today I am processing carrots. And all I'm doing is trimming the edges and the head off and then peeling them, because what I found, well, to start with, let's start with why this is going on. I like carrots, and we eat a lot of them in my house. And yes, I can just go to the store and I can buy carrots at, 75 cents or $1 a can for a regular can of carrots. And I didn't grow these, but they were on sale at the bulk store or the warehouse store for about $3 for 5 pounds. And so I am peeling them, and I am going to hot pack them and then pressure can them, because we like carrots. We eat a lot of them, and I think they taste better than they do when they come from a can, and really I think they're less expensive, mostly because I already own the jars, I already own the equipment to deal with them or to process them. I have the time. I'm just sitting on the porch. I mean, there's other things I would be doing, but the kids are not here yet. They were at their grandparents' for the night. My wife is still snoozing. It's pretty early in the day, and I tried to get corn from a local source to can corn, but I couldn't. So when I went to Sam's Club and they were having a sale on carrots, I was like, well, I was already hoping to can things today, and so I'll just can carrots instead. And so I'm still new to canning, but I think canning is important. At the very least, I think it's an important skill that I would rather learn now than when I still have a full pantry and a grocery store that I can go to and I can buy carrots or potatoes. I'll probably do potatoes tomorrow. They were also on sale. But I would rather do that myself in my reusable jars, that if I don't put something in them, then they're just sitting. So how many of your prepping supplies do you have just sitting around? Be honest, you're just talking to yourself. A lot. Well, since we eat them, they're certainly cheaper for that size bag for the same price as 3 little cans, and I'll fill several jars, several more than I would get for the same amount if I bought a one-time use can full of a product that I don't know what all's in there. I mean, I know it's supposed to just be carrots and all that. And then, if that's all I did, then if the day comes that I need to preserve my own food because I have to, because otherwise we won't survive the winter, then this gives me a life-saving option, a life-saving skill, something that is important, because that's really what it's all about. I mean, that's what calling myself a prepper is preparing for you know, preparing for things, everyday emergency. So another thing is I already have these jars. They're already stored. They're already taking up shelf space. Hi, Donnie. And so the only difference is now that my jars that I have been purchasing and putting back for rainy days, now when I store them, they'll have food in them. And so they can serve an immediate purpose, and then I'll have the availability later to do that, to eat them and then to recan in those same jars. So some of the tools that I've found that I like are, of course, I'm using my Moray knife. It just happens to be orange. I promise that was not the theme for the day. That's just the stuff I grabbed. This was the one handy. This is the peeler that was handy. But, and then I just have a bowl for the peelings, which I'll put into a compost pile. And then I have a bowl for the carrots. And then I'll go in here in a little while. I'll go in and I'll wash the carrots just in the sink in a colander or a strainer, whatever you want to call it. And then once I wash them, then I'll cut them into slices, because that's how I want to do them. Some people say you can just shove the whole carrot in there, but I don't want to do that. I like the idea of slices. And that's what my family's used to. So the tools are really simple. And though this is my first go around with carrots, I've done my research, and I think it's fairly simple. I encourage you to get out and try something new. Learn to process your own food. And even if you're not growing, you know, I'm not going to get 10 pounds of carrots in my carrots this year, because it's the first year I've tried carrots and I haven't had a lot of luck. Like my potatoes. Potatoes actually drowned out, so we're not going to get any potatoes. We're trying again. I planted a second planting, but we may not get any. So this food that I have to store is stuff that I still have to get. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling now. Thanks for watching. You can do it. You can learn to do this stuff. I am the laziest person you know. And if I can take the time to learn this and practice it, so can you. It's taken a while to get the supplies. The canner and the jars are things that it's taken me. I didn't just run out and buy them all. I've had to buy them little by little. And I encourage you to do the same. So if you haven't started getting the things you need to can vegetables and to can foods, start now. Let's get ready.